What's going on, guys? It's Brian from Cravings, and today we're doing a true Draco deck profile. This is a deck that I took to Sneak Peek and I took it to locals, and it did very well. It's the newest thing coming out of the latest Banlist, and I think it'll be really fun and really easy to play for those of you that are good at Draco, and for those of you that don't believe in the deck. It's a really good deck still, and like I need to be proven not playing it, basically. Shouts out to this awesome Rising Rampage Sneak Peek mat. Thank you, Dollies, for giving this to us. And then we'll get right into the profile. So first things first, we have one Dynamite. Obviously we play one Dynamite because he's limited to one. 3 Ignis, specifically because Ignis gets you all your spells. We only play 2 Maiden because we play a lot of draw cards, some like Demise that we don't want to see that many monsters. I think 6 is the perfect lineup. We play Terraforming. Obviously this just got hit to 1. I debated not playing it. I played it online a bunch without the Terraforming and just the 3 diagram because I was worried about it just replacing a slot. But I argued about it with Craig, and the consensus is that even though you have a Rhoda and 3 Ray, you still want the Rhoda. It's not a useless card, and I don't mind playing more than 40 at this point. Disciples at 3. Disciples is your shuffle back 3, draw 1. It's good to have, especially if there are mirror matches or if you're losing any cards overall. With Heritage, we're playing it at 3 now. I'm running into so much Rogue and possible True Draco mirrors, and because we play Desires, I definitely just need more than what I always play with. I think Heritage having a 3, even though I do think it's a brick opening it without a monster or a diagram, it's still relevant to have it at this maximum. Speaking of draw cards, we're talking about 2 Duality. I hate playing 3 Duality. It just feels like super jinxy. Playing 3 Duality is like you always see the other, especially on turn 1 after you use the first one, and I just don't want it. I don't want it, and there's not anywhere to keep this card because it's not specific enough that you want to keep it in the deck or in your hand or on the field because you would play so many other better cards. We play 2 Desires. Desires at 2, I think this deck is a 40 or 42 card deck, I gotta double check. But essentially Desires at 2 means you're gonna activate 1, you're probably gonna activate the second one, and then it'll just get you enough advantage to where you aren't worried about whatever they put up. Desires is a great card. You banish 10, draw 2, what more could you ask for? Obviously 3 Demise, that's not going anywhere. Pot of Extravagance is not the better version of this card. Demise is the best thing you can get for what you're playing. You know, drop this at the end of your turn and don't worry about it anymore. Traps, we're looking at the standard True Draco lineup. Triple Apocalypse, 1 return, just because we can play it at that. Apocalypse in damage step is always great. We're playing, it's missing, oh there it is. We're playing 2 Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell is relevant now because Pendulums are a lot more prevalent. And I don't like seeing them. I would have sided this card at 3, but I like playing it at 2. It does kind of stop you from doing what you want to do. So playing it less than 3 means you don't have to see it all the time, and you don't have to activate it all the time, but it's always there in case you want to draw it. Desire sometimes gets rid of both copies, so it's a little unfortunate. But besides that, you're playing against like Striker, and you're playing against other decks that are going to make use of spells now that they've lost a lot of standards. So like Instant Fusion will stop, like this will stop Instant Fusion, this will stop a lot of the Sky Striker stuff, this will stop a lot of the any other plays, it stops most of the Rogue, it just slows everything down to the point where you can handle it on the next turn, and it, yeah. There can only be 1. Obviously, Into the Floodgates, besides Anti-Spell, there can only be 1 is still a very good card. Even if it's Pendulums, combo deck is, this just stops them. Salad, it stops them. Striker, it stops them. A lot of the decks that try to recur or summon more than once, I considered Summon Limit instead of this. It's still a very viable option, but I just prefer there can only be 1 for now because it simplifies the game state. We play Triple Monarchs Erupt. I almost cut this down to 2 and kept the skill drain, but it didn't make any sense. You basically want to play your 4 skill drains. 3 is that 3 don't affect your Draco cards, whereas 1 does. Skill Change is a very good card. No monster effects on the field that can't be activated. This blows out Rogue. It beats a lot of the combo decks. Aside from summoning and getting things done, sure, you don't have to worry about the graveyard too much. I took the Soul Drain out of the deck just because I feel like this is more important now in the meta that we're in. We're playing 1 Order. Order is still your anti-Sky Striker. The same thing we talked about. This says negates all spells. Playing against Rogue, any draw, any mirror, it just stops that. And you can always summon over it to get rid of it, so you're not harming yourself that much. Going back to the Maiden conversation, why we only play 2 Maiden is because we play 2 Waterfall. Waterfall is a trap. It gets you a monster if you want. It also gets rid of your monsters in your hand or your field and lets you draw a bunch of cards. Waterfall single-handedly wins me duels. It gives people the like psychosis of like, it affects them psychologically basically. So if you flip this on their end phase and you draw 3 cards before your draw phase, you just drew 4 cards in front of them, and whatever they thought they were doing going into the next turn, they probably aren't going to win because you just build so much advantage. Finally, the best card in the deck. I don't know how you couldn't play this at 3 at this point. I don't know why anyone thinks this isn't a good card or that this isn't worth it. Sure, you chain 5, Solemn Judgment yourself like twice, burn half your life, but you're gonna win like the next turn. You're gonna win the game. So essentially, this beats Reboot. This is your anti-Twin Twister in a meta where people are playing Twin Twister in the main deck and really hating on back row. If you're playing this like Subterror or True Draco or really any stun deck and you're not playing Triple Judgment, this doesn't give them advantage, and like most people say, life points are just life points until you die. So I don't want to play Dark Bribe and give them a draw. I don't want to play anything else. It's also shiny as hell. So yeah, it negates everything, including summons. So I don't have to worry about Denko. I don't have to worry about anything, right? So like I just no. Just no. This is a no. This is a hard no. Okay, so there's no extra because we're playing Erupt, so we're going to go straight into the side. The side worked out really well based on the 2 locals that I was playing. This is Triple Lancia. We're still playing against combo. People are still banishing to get their things done. Even if you're worried about Pot of Desires or something. I played against ABC, and this was like so much better. It was nuts. So Triple Lancia is still great. The rarity bump is awesome. I rarity bumped on these things too. Sphere mode's good. You don't need your normal summon. It's okay to blow out anything. This beats pendulums. You can summon this over whatever they have. Usually it's a triple negate, so it's like you're getting rid of the pendulum dragon with the fusion. You're getting rid of what else is there? There's they usually end on a seal, the pendulum dragon, and an apex avian. So this gets rid of all of it, and you don't have to worry about it. And sure, you tribute, so they get to use the effect of seals, I think still, but so what? They summon something and it's just like a dragon that doesn't do anything and you kill them. So this is a good card. Talk about simplifying boards. This is the best card right now. This is a great side deck card. Evenly matched at 3 is your, these are all going seconds by the way. I don't know if you noticed because the deck inherently goes first, but the evenly is your going second card. You can side this in with everything else even if you don't intend to make a board, but you want to trigger their negates. You want to make them use up what they have. And speaking of triggering their negates, Mystic Mind. Obviously it kind of conflicts with evenly. If you drop this on them, they can't, you can't evenly them unless you set it and flip it. So what I usually do is you evenly and they'll negate it, and then you Mystic Mind. Sure, it gets rid of their 1 negate so that they can't negate the Mystic Mind, but overall that's what you want to do. Even if it's like a Judgment or a Reboot, at least you get rid of it, versus the Mystic Mind really just prevents their monsters from doing stuff. This is going second, so you don't side out your diagrams, you don't side out pretty much anything. You just pick a Floodgate because you're going second, and you just drop this and continue to do everything you want to do because they can't even hand trap you. The best demise protection you could ask for. And finally, Triple Vanity's Fiend. This is more of a going first. So if they really need to go second, let's say it's like Dinos or something that you like really can't outdo, and their board is nuts once they go off, you put this in and they can't special summon anything. Even if it's a seal, you can summon this first. So essentially, I don't know if no one ever really explains it, but it seems to be obvious. But if you don't know it, you have to summon a True Draco monster over a spell using the additional tribute summon first. before you summon this, because then you use the original normal summon that you have to summon this over the monster. Number one concern for this that I always had is that it's a 2400, so it's not a great attack. But, I mean, they can't special Pancreate to get rid of it, so what are they going to do? Other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, give us a like, subscribe for more quality content. Don't forget to check out all the other videos we have. We're putting up content like literally every day. We're putting up more deck profiles. We have a Cyber Dragon deck profile coming out, a Blue Eyes. I picked up Apprentice Illusions finally, so I got some Dark Magician stuff coming out. In the links below, we have links to pretty much all of our socials, and you can follow us there because we post on there almost daily. We also post to our website. Our website, carpetcravings.net, has our shop with all of our mats, tokens, cool things, articles, strategies, things that we don't make videos for. We definitely make, what's it called? What kind of content? Written content is the word. We put up stuff on there all the time. We also have an event calendar. The event calendar will show you guys where we are and where we intend to go. Every player on our roster, how to apply. If you want to join the team or just be part of our grand adventure, feel free to check us out. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey guys, it's Craig with Team Cardboard Cravings. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please subscribe and like and comment and add to watch later, and hit the notification button if we have one. The next video should be here. Dorian, put that in the end part. And we'll see you in the next one.